All right, what's up, everybody? I'm not sure how this will work. I've never used this computer out here in the shop. Maybe we can lower this some more. I don't know. Let's try it. See how good it does. You guys hear me okay? Is that all good? Yep, that would be it. Okay, yep, cool. All right, hey, the only reason I wanted you guys to stop in here today, I just wanted to do the short live, this afternoon. I read some comments that kind of pissed me off, okay, to be honest with you. And I want this to be clear. I don't like the way this camera's setting. Hold on. It just makes me look like I'm in a fishbowl or something. Anyway, I want to be clear about something, okay? I operate solely on my own accord. Anything that any action I take against bullies is me. Zanime has not one thing to do with it. I'm not doing anything under her instruction or her will, okay? And I don't care who the bullies are and who they're bullying. If I happen to be a witness to it or part of it, or it's something that affects me emotionally, I'm going to fight back at bullies. I was bullied as a kid. And when I was bullied as a kid, I was too little to do anything about it. I was 8 years old, and I had a drunk adult and a bunch of 15-year-olds bullying me every fucking day. And when I got old enough that I could kick the bullies' asses, the bullying stopped. And that's the way I feel about it today. And I want to make no mistake. These guys were out here bullying people that had never once uttered their name, never once engaged with them, never once interacted with them in any way, shape, and or form. They were doxing them, digging through all their personal life and personal records and posting it online as though they had been assigned the lead investigator in the case of this missing child in California, when in reality, none of it was even any of their fucking business. And they didn't just bully these people. They relentlessly trolled them for a solid 2 months before I started trolling them back. And the only person that got doxxed was the person that doxed me. I want to be clear about that. I threatened to do to Crack Squad what they were doing to others. I threatened to do to Power Stroke what he did to 4 innocent people for a solid week. I threatened to do to Dopey Dad what he did to me. So I want to be clear about that. And Zanime is her own person. I am responsible for what I do. Nobody else. So if you got an issue with me bullying bullies, you bring it to me. You don't take it to her. And this nonsense of you guys and your gross exaggerations like you always do, when Crack Squad opens their mouth, you can guarantee a couple of things. One, it's either going to be complete bullshit, or two, it's going to be grossly exaggerated. And there just isn't any in between with them. So when you guys are out here making your gross exaggerations that I'm bullying people, let's correct that. I'm bullying bullies. And not one person that didn't bully got bullied. And you can't show me one. Period. None of you can. Period. And for you guys to play your little games where you're so outraged, but yet I go over to these bullies pages and I don't see your comments there. Why don't I see your comments on their page saying, hey, this is wrong to do this to people, spreading their personal information all over the internet and accusing them of heinous crimes. You guys are all sitting here playing a game where you feel sorry for Uncle Will. Let me reiterate why Uncle Will got his fucking balls crushed. He made multiple videos saying that a war veteran's service was shit. He made multiple videos accusing innocent people of heinous crimes and sex acts with children. He put up 3 videos in one day saying that I was a 3-time convicted sex offender. And here we are, foster parents for special needs children, licensed by the state. So where do you guys get off that you don't think he deserved a ball busting? Of course he did. And I'm not done with him. And yes, I'm still going on vacation. Yes, I'm still going to Disney World. Yes, I'm still passing my flyers out with his racist remarks on them. Absolutely, I am. That's not his truck. That's a company truck. He is on the clock when he's flipping people off. He is on the clock when he's saying racist stuff about refugees. He is on the clock when he's slandering me. And I can promise you, knowing what I know about that business, because I was in it my entire life, that every bit of that is against company policy. Every smidgen of what he's done from that company truck is against his company's policy. Guarantee it without even saying. There's no way you're going to tell me that company's fine with him being on the clock with their billboard on the side of that truck and him running around flipping people off and slandering refugees and live vlogging from the steering wheel. No, no, no. So if Uncle Will wants to play silly games, Uncle Will can win silly prizes. And his silly prize is he fucked with the wrong person. He bullied the wrong person. He bullied somebody that got bullied when they were a child, and they swore to God if it would ever fucking happen again, somebody would pay. And he's going to be the example, unfortunately. And nobody can say that he wasn't given the opportunity to make it right. Nobody can say he wasn't given the opportunity to just change the subject. Nobody can say he wasn't warned that, buddy, if you keep coming at me, I'm going to come at you. He had all the opportunity in the world to make some good decisions, and he's chose all bad ones. So I absolutely am going to pass out flyers all around his neighborhood with his racist, very, very, very racist remarks on him. And I have a video of him saying those racist remarks to the internet from the steering wheel of that truck. Make no mistake. So it's not slander. It's not slander at all. It's me reposting what he posted. He posted it to the internet on a public forum, and I'm just simply going to repost it to the side of a telephone pole, a stop sign, a store window, a laundromat, a pegboard, a community pegboard, the street sign where you enter into the town, all the signs around where he works. I'm just going to share his video with the world that he made. I'm kind of doing him a favor. Maybe he'll get some more subscribers because I'm going to list his YouTube channel at the bottom. It'll have his YouTube channel on it. And then the phone number to his company, if people are offended enough that they want to call and complain to the company about what he's doing while representing them. Or Uncle Will can grow up and walk back the shit he's been doing. His simping for Ryan Upchurch is over the top, and it's going to cost him now because he knows that everything Ryan did was wrong. He knows every bit of it's bullshit, and the only reason he's carrying it on is to virtue signal to Ryan, hoping that Ryan will see him as a hero and give him a truck like he did Power Stroke. But Uncle Will's too dumb to know that truck's going to cost Power Stroke more than what he could have just went and got a new one. He could have just went and got a new one for what's about to happen to him. And it just warms my heart to know that these people are serious and they're coming for blood. It just tickles me shitless. Tickles me shitless. I'm so glad that that's what they're doing. So, from this point on, I want to be clear. I'm my own man, operating under my own cause, operating under my own commission, and under my own guidance. You guys have not seen Xana May say a peep about anybody or anything. So I'll be damned if you're going to blame her for anything. It's bullshit. You got an issue with it, you bring it to me, because that's where it belongs, nowhere else. And I'll drop the link. A couple of you guys want to get on here and chit chat a minute. I ain't got much time, really. I got to get some shit done today. I got stuff to do. But yeah, I'm going to go live tonight. We'll have a good live tonight. We're going to talk about some cool stuff and maybe get into some good conversations again like we did last night. And see if somebody's got some. I should mind my own business. Well, I'll tell you what, Sick Dave. Let me make a video about you saying you're a 3-time convicted sex offender. See how quick you want to mind your own business. Maybe you need to mind your business, buddy. It's got nothing to do with you, does it? No concern of yours at all, is it? You're just a fucking bystander. You're not the one being slandered. You're not the one being doxxed by a bunch of infantile fucking twerps. Right? Right, Sick Dave? Right? Yeah. Of course it's right. Every time you guys make a comment, you just look dumber. You need to know that. You know, Johnny Gobble, there's another one. You know, when that troll was going on with Johnny Gobble, and I'll remind everybody, okay, that was fun, innocent banter between willing participants. Johnny Gobble got a whole album written about him that is historical. And he cannot complain. He bought that ticket and he cashed that ticket in. Okay. He was no victim of anything. He was a very, very, very willing participant, just like Dopey Dad. Very willing participant. And when it was some chick named Scammy Cammy that was probably the internet's worst liar, started a rumor saying that she had family court documents about Johnny Gobble's minor child, which was just pure bullshit because you cannot get court documents of a minor child. It's impossible. You cannot do it. And she was saying she was going to drop him any day. He was a pedophile. And I knew it was shit. I knew it was pure bullshit. And I defended Johnny Gobble. And those videos are still up saying, hey, if you guys can't prove that he's a pedophile, you shouldn't be saying that. That's an awful, horrendous thing to say about somebody. Okay. And now he makes videos, like 3 of them in a row, calling me a pedophile and dragging my deceased family member. And all of a sudden he's going to sue me when he just got done making videos, call me a pedophile. Flat out, call me a pedophile without a smidgen of evidence. It's just laughable. Is what it is. It's laughable. It just goes to show how infantile he is. Yeah, Johnny, you want to take me to court? I'll be happy to go to court because you know what that means? I can countersue for free. You see, if you drag me to court, I can say, well, I'm going to countersue while I'm there, and then it don't cost me nothing. And you'll lose, and then I'll countersue and I'll win. Because I didn't make videos saying you were a pedophile, but you sure as hell did make videos saying I was. Remember? So please, by all means, take me to court. Any one of you crack squatters, go ahead. Because before I ever opened my mouth to you, I gathered a mountain of evidence on you slandering and doxing. So just be careful. You're not messing with no rookie. If somebody talked about my mom like he did Patty, I might have forgave them, but absolutely not associate with them. You know, to me, buddy, that was a bridge too far, Heather. I could never sit at the table and break bread with somebody that did that shit that he did with both people. Okay. It was not only low, down, and filthy to do that to Ryan's mom, but it was even worse what he did to Justin Adams, because Justin Adams was just talking, like thinking out loud to somebody he thought was a friend. And Johnny Gobble recorded it and put it online for views. And it was terrible what he did, because I can promise you, without even saying, that Johnny Gobble has said a hell of a lot of shit about a hell of a lot of people, that if it was recorded, he wouldn't like it. And it wouldn't sound too good. And then not only did Johnny Gobble really burn Justin Adams in that deal, he then turned around and repeated what Justin said, saying, see, she's messing with all Ryan's friends. See. I mean, he made like 3 videos. Now, he deleted them thinking that makes them go away, and it don't. People still have them. And probably people still have every video he's ever made. And, the same with Ryan. He thinks he can do this shit to people and then delete the videos and then just turn around and go back to his normal life and everybody will forget it. Well, the only problem is when he did that, Crack Squad continued to just blatantly harass people that Ryan falsely accused. And because of that, a lot of fucking people had a lot of bullshit go down that they didn't deserve. And for him to just not even man up and own it, nah, it's not cool at all. And I'm tickled to death to know that they're going to be held accountable. It fucking warms my heart that, just when you're about ready to give up on humanity and think, man, everybody's a coward, everybody that never follows through, you find out, yeah, there's one family that's damn sure enough going to follow through. Damn sure enough. I couldn't imagine my 17-year-old daughter coming to me crying her eyes out, going, Dad, a bunch of people on the internet are mad at me and I don't know what I did. I don't even know what I did. And it turns out what you did was nothing. You just had a picture on the internet that Ryan Upchurch found. That's your crime. Ryan Upchurch found your picture, and I will, for all you RHEC, pay attention. I'm talking to you. For all you guys to go around whining because I made a sarcastic remark to a sock account, why weren't you flipping out when Ryan Upchurch went on a 17-year-old girl's Facebook and downloaded all her pictures and put them on his YouTube channel and said she was part of a murder? Why weren't you over there flipping out, going, oh my God, I can't believe you do that to a 17-year-old. Oh my God. Where was that? What happened there? Oh, okay. Your morals only work when it's somebody besides someone you like. As long as it's someone you like, your moral compass is broken. But as soon as somebody else does it, well, your moral compass is all fucking dialed in and, oh my gosh, this bad behavior. Yeah, whatever. Ryan was on this girl's Instagram, and the father set it to private. So these adult men would no longer be bothering his minor female child. And Ryan Upchurch made a video claiming that was suspicious and a crime, when that's the first thing a parent would do in that situation, is set the son of a bitch to private. What do these adult men, what business do they have prowling around some 17-year-old girl's social media? They don't have any business doing that. So, yeah, save it. Save it, Crack Squad. Save it. Nobody cares. How's the audio on this thing, you guys? Is it worth a shit? Well, I'm going to tell you something, Star. Let me stop you right there. It wasn't just Zanime. It was her mom, her sister, and her 11-year-old niece, okay? And I felt like sticking up for them, so I did. And if you don't like it, go kick rocks. If they were doing this to you, if this was being done to you, I would have likely stuck up for you in much the same way. It's pretty unfair for you to say one woman should stand up to 7 men that are bullying her, and one of them has a YouTube channel with 3 million subs. A little bit of an unfair fight, don't you think, buddy? Of course not. You don't have sense enough to look at it that way. You don't have enough peripheral vision to see life in a big picture. It's just knee-jerk what your feelings see. And that's a silly way to be. If you are outraged by what I'm doing to these people, then you should have been just as outraged when Ryan Upchurch was doing it. Shouldn't have you. Shouldn't have you. But magically you weren't. Guarantee there's not one comment like this over there. Is there, buddy? And you look small saying it. I just want to add, you look small and insignificant. If I would shut up, it would be over. Well, I don't know. Why don't you Google my name? Why don't you go there at top of YouTube and just search my YouTube name and tell me it's over? This is about me now. This is about me getting vengeance for all the motherfuckers that thought they could fuck with me and get away with it. They didn't get away with it, and they're not going to get away with it. It's for me. Uncle Will's going to get his fucking balls busted hard over that fucking video calling me a 3-time convicted sex offender without a fucking sliver of evidence to back it up. He's going to regret that one, buddy. And that's got nothing to do with Zanime. That's got to do with me, pal. Yeah. How is he slanderous? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Ryan was collecting little girl pictures. That's exactly what he was doing. And the funny thing was, if you guys would have saw that play out, okay, because we all saw this, okay. He's over there digging through this girl's Instagram, steadily pulling up pictures that are on her Instagram page and featuring them on his live. 17-year-old girl that doesn't know him from Adam. Okay. The father intervenes, says, hey, stop. And Ryan starts attacking the guy. So he set it private. And almost lost you guys. Hold on. Hello. I got this thing propped up on a piece of wood. Anyway, the guy's like, dude, quit it. You know, this is my daughter, man. Leave her alone. And the guy sets it to private, and then Ryan's like flipping out like it's some kind of a huge conspiracy. All the guy did was set his daughter's Instagram to private so some fucking prick couldn't be digging through it and posting her pictures on a live feed. Pure jealousy and clout. That's all it's about, isn't it? Just jealousy and clout, isn't it? That's what. Let me tell you something, Junior. This shit sitting behind me right here will make me about $1,000 a day on average. And if you don't want to believe that, well, I'll show you the receipts. I don't need the $10 I get from YouTube. Don't need it. I actually put it in my grandson's cookie jar. So there. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got to do with right and wrong. Bullies, bullying women, bullies, men, bullying women. The defenseless women that aren't even online, aren't even engaging. Yeah. So there's that. Exactly. Hey, well, are you going to be the one that does it? It's about 63 years. 63 years, ain't nobody caught up with it. A couple people tried, and they hit the ground real quick. You next? He think this guy must be under some just weird idea that I would be afraid of some crack squatter that believes in fairy tales. Let me tell you something. If your IQ is so low that you believed one word of Ryan's hallucination, you don't have enough brains to win a fight. Just like the video in the beginning where you had 3 punks flailing wildly and an old man just standing there, just landing direct blows methodically, one after the other. Took all 3 of them out. Yeah, that's you. That's what would happen to you in a fight. Your mouth would be running. telling the person how bad you're going to beat them up. And while your mouth was running, they'd be looking at you going, okay, where's the best place to hit this motherfucker? Okay, yeah, he's a little thick there. He's a little thin there. And his Adam's apple sticks out a little bit. He sort of leans to the right. I think I'll blast him in the right temple. And he sets his aim, and you're just still running your mouth, talking about how you're going to knock him out. And he's going, yeah, well, I'll just nail that right temple. And then pow, and then you're on the ground. Just like that. Happens all the time. Just like that, you'd be on the ground. No, she couldn't. No, none. Actually, no. And I'm proud of what I did. So save it. Proud of it. And if they were doing it to you, rainy days, I would probably came to your defense. No woman should have to defend herself against 7 men bullying her. Not ever. There should be enough men step forward that they just turn tail and run. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I had to do it. And someday when you grow up and you've got enough maturity to balance a checkbook, it'll dawn on you. Bullies bad. People that beat bullies up, good. Someday that'll dawn on you. Yeah, with your mentality, what you're trying to claim is if a woman don't want to be raped, she ought not go outside. And it's my argument, she ought to be able to go outside wearing a bikini and high heels if she wants to, without being raped. I don't care what you think anybody did. Nobody deserves the fucking massive trolling that was done to those people by Ryan Upchurch and Crack Squad. Nobody deserves that. Those people didn't do anything to deserve that shit. So just quit. You're not going to make me feel bad for doing it. It's not going to work. I'm not ever going to feel bad for doing it. You got it? Are we straight? It's never going to happen. There's nothing shameful about it. It's honor, dignity, integrity. You can't take it away. No, she never did. That's all in your imagination. Because the only reason why you think she lied is because you believed the lies that were told. You were so dumb and so stupid and so small-minded that you believed the lies that Ryan Upchurch fabricated in his hallucinating brain while he was high on dope. And therefore, you assumed she was lying because she couldn't defend Ryan's daydream. You couldn't do it either. If I made up a wild story about you and truly believed it in my heart and soul after I just completely fabricated it out of thin air, there'd be nothing you could say to argue your way out of it. And that was the position she was put in. How do you defend somebody's hallucination? I've gave every one of you, including you, gave every one of you the opportunity to show me on that video how you were able to determine what GPS location she was at on that body of water. And none of you could do it. Yet you swear up and down she paddled over the car. You swear up and down she did, only because Ryan said it. That's the only evidence you've got is Ryan said it. That's it. You have no other evidence. I've asked you to present it if you have it. None of you have it. I've asked you, hey, what exactly did she do? None of you can say. All you can do is just repeat Ryan's hallucination that was completely baseless. Just totally baseless. Nothing to it at all. Not a smidgen of truth. I could say, hey, when you drove to the store the other day, you drove past where a dead body was, so you must be guilty. Now defend it. Tell us how that's not true and you didn't do it. And then I'll try to see if I can catch you in a lie. And then I'll just say that I caught you in a lie even though I didn't. Because that's what you guys are doing. It's silly. Grow up. You know damn well that woman didn't have a shitting thing to do with this child. It's absurd. Just quit it. Grow up. Yeah, it's going to end. Watch it end. How much you want to bet me it ends? You want to bet like $100 right now? You won't see any more videos from, I know at least 5 people that you will never see another video about these people again. I can name 5 that will never, for the rest of their entire time on this earth, ever make a video talking about these people. Ever again. And if I got to do it to 10 more, well, we'll do it to 10 more. But there's 5 right now that will never make another video about these people. And there's soon to be some more that get just a really rude awakening. They're going to be shocked. They're going to go, oh, what do I do now? This got real fast. What do I do now? That's going to be the look on their face. Yeah, I know. There's a whole bunch of videos out there dragging him over that. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'll be honest with you, I made a montage of everything Ryan said in chronological order. Okay. And when I play it back and watch it myself, it's so fucking damning. I don't have the heart to post it. It's that bad. It fucking looks bad. It really does. So there's that. Here we go again. There were 24 cars there that day and 4 other kayakers, buddy, because it was open to the public. Right? Remember? It was open to the public, right? And there were 24 other cars there. That's people at the park because it was open to the public. It's a public park. It's absolutely marketed as a place to go kayaking. That's how they market it. It's a state park, son, that's open to the public. Like, okay, if right now you got in your car and you went to the public park in your town, if there was a murder there 15 years ago, does that mean you were involved? Because you went to the same park where it happened? I mean, you realize how childish you are? It's just imbecile. So I guess I'll do it one more time because I'm going to tidy this up, and then, we're not going to talk about Zanime no more. We're going to talk about the bullshit they done to me and how they're going to be held accountable. They're going to be held accountable for what they did to me now, not to Zanime. They're going to be held accountable for what they did to me. It's coming. And it'll all be on public display for you. Be the best video I ever made, stapling those flyers all over the fucking place down there. What bets have I lost? You haven't proved that I said anything wrong. And you don't get to win a bet on a sarcastic, out of context remark. It doesn't work that way, son. So you can keep lying to yourself all you want. If you can come on this podcast without being a rude, obnoxious jerk and methodically lay out how I was totally lied about something, you're more than welcome to do so. And if you bring your receipts, you'll get paid. It's real easy, buddy. Okay. Now the whole bullshit with Faggy Dad, okay, was nonsense. He insinuated that I came on his live stream. That would be insinuating that I appeared on his live stream. And that would be no, that never happened. Now, did I click on a link he sent me once and it went to his live and I typed in the comment, nice try? Yeah, that happened. And had he said that, I would have said, well, sure. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I clicked on a link, said, yeah. No. He implied that I appeared on there. So let's just stop it. Grow up. Nobody's buying what you're selling, buddy. I mean, I guess you guys like making yourselves look small because that's all you do. You make yourselves look small. So I'm going to make you look even smaller. We're going to do it one more time, and then that way we don't have to ever, ever, ever again deal with it. But I'm going to just take care of it right here real quick, because then I got to get back to work, and we'll be back on tonight. But let me pull this up. Okay, just about got it. I'll take that down. Buddy, how's it going? Okay, let me pull this up real quick. They made some changes to StreamYard, man. It's like I'm clumsy now. It's like it's new. It's like the interface changed. Okay, here we go. All right, now you type down your stop when you think she's overtopped the car. Crack Squad, I'm waiting. Okay, I see 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars.
Sir, here we come. All right, you want to go this direction?
This is the music you would play to go mess with a body. 5 cars, 6 cars, 7 cars, 8 cars, 9 cars. Okay, where's going over that? Just, all you gotta do is stop right here. That's it, and then we'll see where she actually is on that water. Do you feel stupid now, or not? She made a video with her and her dog playing circus music to go mess with a dead child. That's what you're trying to.
What is it?
This is the last time it's ever going to be discussed on my podcast. It's nonsense. Utter nonsense. She is a good mile from where that car was.
We got to make sure you're strapped in. Yeah? Good boy.
Do you feel stupid now? Of course not, because you guys still, you got the IQ of a fucking toddler. Absolute IQ of a fucking toddler. If you think, hey, that's better. It's kind of like a hydraulic lift. It's just silliness, man. And I wish you guys knew how foolish it makes you look, because you got to understand there's a lot of people that are silent observers. Okay. There's the people that engage. Okay. But then there's the people who are silent observers. Okay. And these silent observers just watching, what do you think they think of you? What opinion do you think they have of you when you believe these massive fairy tales? They're just fairy tales. They're just fairy tales. There is not one person that wasn't at that party and was right there that had anything to do with this case. There was nobody from YouTube that had anything to do with it. And Ryan Upchurch is not an investigator. He barely knows how the internet works. He's barely able to function enough to log on. And I'll bet you if his computer has to reboot or something, he can't get logged back on again. Somebody else probably has to do it for him. He doesn't even know how they work. He was hallucinating because he'd been up for a couple of days on dope. Okay. And he goes on a true crime podcast where there's another girl there that just is saying, hey, the topic is this. Hey, let me show you. I was just there and made a video with my dog. Hey, check it out. And as soon as she said, well, I don't know who you are. I never heard of you before. She was a suspect in a murder all of a sudden. And then he made video after video after video, pulling just random stuff off the internet that had no connection at all, claiming it was evidence. And you simpletons, and I do mean simpletons, believed it. He had been better off swearing up and down he caught Santa Claus in the act coming down the chimney. Honest to God, that's how silly this is. And it just, you guys look so infantile, hanging on to every thread of it, like toddlers. You're going to find out that you were all so dumb because it was nothing but a tragic accident that they happen all the time. 17,000 people a year die in their car in the water. 17,000 people a year, every year, without fail, die in the water in their car. Many of them go unsolved. Many go unsolved. Just go watch Adventures with Purpose for a while and you'll see they found 26 people in the water that the police couldn't find. Why aren't you over there solving those conspiracies? Why isn't Ryan Upchurch over there solving those conspiracies? Right? Listen to this child. Stop talking out your ass when you open that mouth and nuts and button that shit comes out. Well, okay, you have the floor. Name one. Oh, you can't name one. Okay, why do we know that? Why do we know that going into it that you couldn't name one? It's just you open your mouth and diarrhea runs down both chins and you have no control over it. Just like, like a newborn baby. It's laying there wrapped in a black slobbering and shit, pooping yellow. That's you, man. You're just stupid, just dumb. When I got up this morning, just want you to understand something here. Okay. I want to be clear. When I got up today and took my morning shit, more common sense left my ass in shit fumes than you knuckleheads will ever be able to muster your entire life because you don't have enough IQ to know reality from fairy tale. And it's sad to see that you're that dumb and that gullible. You guys are the type of guys that the Nigerian email scam, which is the easiest scam in the world, is a $1 billion a year industry because of people like you, who you get a random email from some dude saying, "Hi, I'm a Nigerian prince and I have inherited $80 million, only it's stuck in a bank, a foreign bank. And if you'll let me use your bank account to transfer it from this foreign bank into your bank, I'll let you keep 10% of it. All I need is your bank account and routing number." And you're the type of dumb shit that would say, "Oh man, I'm going to get a bunch of money. This dude's going to share his money with me," and give him your info. And then he steals all your money. And then you go, this dude ripped me off. I got scammed. When in reality, it was just because you were a dumb shit and gullible as hell. Because every day they tell you, don't click on an email from somebody you don't know. And, don't open an attachment from somebody you don't know. See, that's the only way you can hack a computer, is if someone clicks on a link or opens a file in an email, because they have to pass a file from their computer to your computer in order to do anything to your computer. And how that is done is typically through a phishing email, or somebody like you. Here's the one I could get you with. Like, I tell you what, I might make a video doing this just to prove my point. See, I could take old sick Dave here and I could save his email. Okay. And about a month from now, I could send him an email saying, "Hi, my name is Cindy, and I've been watching you, and I saw you, and I just think you're so cute." Then boom, not saying nothing. Okay. And then maybe a couple weeks later, I'll email him again saying, "Hi, it's Cindy again. Then I just think you're so cute. I sure would like to get to know you." And then I'd wait a couple weeks and wait another week or two, And then I send him another email with a picture of my bosom, and sort of sticking out, and put a little more red lipstick on and tell him how handsome he is again, And then pretty soon I'd have him click on a link and I could take total control of his computer and turn on his webcam when he least noticed it, and we could catch him whacking off to gangbang porn. You guys down with it? You want to make that video? Bet we could. buddy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I know. That would be creepy, wouldn't it? Have a bunch of people just posting like your family members and stuff. Yeah, he did. Johnny made a bunch of videos making fun of Ryan and his mom and all that. Yeah, there's a wealth of them. Johnny was a willing participant, and I got to say again, it was a fun troll where nobody got hurt and everybody playing was a willing participant. Unlike this debacle, where you had a bunch of people that didn't want to be bothered, just absolutely did not want to be bothered, and they were relentlessly stalked, trolled, and doxxed and slandered for 2 months by 7 or 8 men. So yeah, save it. You're not going to get anybody to buy what you're selling. I love that icon. Man, that is so cool. Insanity reacts, not the only way. That's pretty cool. I like that. Man, you gave me an idea. I might make one like that. Maybe I'll shoot the moon, take a picture of it, and then like put an eyeball on each cheek and give it a little mustache. And Crack Squad will think it's a cute girl. They'll like want to talk to my butt, thinking it's cute. You know what I mean? Of course, that might creep me out. Like when I'm alone and I'm thinking, man, these guys are all looking at my butt. Might keep me up at night. I don't know. Could happen. Yeah, Jay says I get mad every time I think of those creeps looking at that minor girl and then doxing her. I know, man. Just ruined it for her. She can't. What's going to happen if she makes her Instagram public again? It's set to private now. Let's say she wants to, a year from now, wants to make it public. Do you think Crack Squad will be right back making nasty comments to her? I bet they will. I bet they will. It's probably never. She'll just have to like change her name or something. And it's sad. I know. Listen, these guys, like I said, everything that comes out of their mouth is a gross exaggeration. Okay, that very day that they claim she said this, I was talking to her on the phone. Her and her mom both. Literally, like right about the same time they claim. And what she said was nothing of the sort of what they're implying. Not even close, not even remotely. So, yeah. And here's how you, Trina, this is how you take care of them. Oh, yeah? That's what she said? Show me the link. None of them will. None of them will. I've asked 100 of them. Well, hey, cool. Show me. Give me the link where she said that. They won't do it because it don't exist. They know you'll go hear it, and what you'll hear is something completely different than what they've implied. Just like their fake 17-year-old, the dopey dad's, sock account, pretending to be the father of a fake 17-year-old and asking to come over to my house for an entire day. And then getting a sarcastic remark that my Viagra is about to wear off. Hurry the hell up. You keep telling me you're coming over and you're not here yet. And, I've been waiting all day. This shit's wearing off. Hurry up. Them trying to turn that into, oh, my innocent daughter, and you invited her over. Well, you shouldn't have had your innocent pretend daughter on the internet talking to somebody that she shouldn't be talking to. Then the one last night, and you guys will, I got to get off here and get some shit done, and we'll see you later tonight. The best one last night was the dude and the lady, who the dude's was laughable because here was his. Okay. Now we ended up having a good conversation afterwards. Okay. So I'm not dragging the guy. I'm just telling you what was said. He says, well, my son was looking for Morgan Wallen videos, and he found Ryan's channel, and then he saw your video, man. What do you got to say for yourself? And I'm thinking, well, if you found Ryan's channel, shouldn't you be over there preaching to Ryan because Ryan's got some pretty damn harsh content on his site that would be unfit for a child. So, but 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 my channel was offensive to his child because I was slapping back at bullies. But it would be okay if his child ran into Ryan Upchurch's channel where we're talking all kinds of nonsense, right? So then this lady, she tells this heartfelt story. My 14-year-old son likes Thomas the Tank. And when he looks for Thomas the Tank videos, he finds videos where people are cursing and stuff. And I said, well, YouTube's got a filter for you to put on there where it won't let the kid have any access to adult content at all. You turn that filter on. She says, I did, but they turn it off. You know, they're smart. I said, well, put a PIN code on it because it's got that. You can put a parental 4-digit PIN code on it. Yeah, but they figure out what the PIN code is. Well, then change the PIN code. Well, then they find it again. Well, then take their device away. Now it's time to take their device away. But to insinuate that the internet should censor itself because your kid is nonsense. You're the parent. It's your responsibility. Adults have the right to act as adults. There is a reason why when you post a video and it's got that filter on it where their algorithm scrubs the video looking for foul language, and if it's got foul language, it marks it adult. You have no control over that. And no, ma'am, there would be no children's videos with foul language. YouTube has algorithms that will automatically switch it. And it takes that algorithm, it does it right when it's processing the video when you upload it. Like, I could make a video that was nothing but Thomas the Tank. Just Thomas the Tank. Not say a word. And at the very end, say the F word 4 times. Your child would never be able to see that video if you had that filter on. That video would just never show up for them. So it's nonsense what you're trying to sell. It's your job. These kids in this house all have devices. There's a computer in every room, and there's 2 of them in this garage, and there's one on the patio, and there's one in the pool house. There's computers everywhere. No child can sit down at a computer in my house and access porn or access any adult stuff on YouTube. And they use the internet all day and have a blast with it. They interact with other kids. They go on other kids' Instagrams. They go on other kids' Facebooks. They interact perfectly. And I don't have to sweat it because I've got filters on that there's no way they can access any kind of adult content. And it's so sad today. Parents will and have and do use devices and game consoles as babysitters. They buy them a game console, and then there's the babysitter. Throw a game at them. Or they hand them a computer and let that computer be their babysitter and distraction all day so they're not in your hair bothering you. Well, then at that point, it is your responsibility to make sure that that child cannot access stuff that is too mature for his mind to process. Porn is a very powerful thing. And you let a 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old have access to hardcore porn, it's going to change the person they become. It's that powerful. It will change the person they become. So it is very important that you make sure that doesn't happen. And that responsibility lies with you, not with the internet. So if you're listening, with all due respect, I don't believe your story for a minute. You tried to tell a nice story in a roundabout way, and all of us could see right through it. That's why I didn't bother listening to the rest of it, because I knew what you were going to say. If your child is hacking your adult filter pin, which I don't believe that that's the case, because these kids around here would never be able to hack mine. They could try all day and they'd never figure it out. But let's say for for the sake of argument that happened. Well, guess what you do next? You take the damn device away and say, that's it. If you're not going to follow the rules, you can't have it. And you take it away from them for 30 days. And then when 30 days are up, you put a new pin on there and you hand it back to them. And you say, now, if you do it again, I'm going to take it for 90 days. And mean it. It can't be an idle threat. You have to mean it. And they have to know that you mean it. See, what a lot of single mothers do, and I'm going to tell you, I've seen my nieces do it. I've seen my ex do it. I've seen a lot of people do it. Idle threats. If you do that, you'll be grounded for a month. Well, then they do it and they don't get grounded for a month. They get grounded for an hour. And they know you're not serious. So it has no effect. Now, when my generation was little, we were told if you do that, you're going to get your ass beat. And when we did that, we got our ass beat. And there ain't nothing in the world that's a reminder as much as pain. Nobody likes pain. And you get your ass busted, you'll remember it. And especially if you get your ass busted in front of your friends. That really sucks. But unfortunately, society has decided that a timeout's more effective, but look where it's gotten us. These kids are so disrespectful today, it's not funny. But yeah, ma'am, all due respect, it's your responsibility to make sure your child cannot access adult content. It's not the adult creators, the adult content providers' responsibility to babysit your kid. And YouTube, if my video is something you think would be damaging to your child, and you're letting your child be on YouTube unsupervised, you're out of your mind, because my shit's mild compared to what's out there. There's some pretty raunchy stuff on YouTube. I would never let a kid be on YouTube with no filter. You're just insane to do that. Just insane to do it. It's poor parenting is what it is. Very poor parenting. With that being said, guys, I got to get back to work. I'll see you later tonight. We'll have a good live tonight, man. We'll get on some good topics, do some real discussions. You guys have a good afternoon. Thank you for watching, man.